Welcome, in front of me is a WILEYFOX Spark Plus, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks that you can do on your device. So I will start off with the status bar icons, and as you can see, if I pull down the notification panel, I have a lot of things enabled like localization, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and other stuff, but all you can see is basically the battery and the time. And to fiddle with the settings, what you want to do is go into the settings itself and then scroll down to, let's see, where was it? The status bar, as you can see right here, and then status bar icons. And from here I have disabled everything, but you can, let's say, enable, by default it should be all enabled, so looking like this. And from here you can just disable whatever you don't like. So let's say you want to get rid of Bluetooth and for instance Wi-Fi, you can do that, or just alarm clock, whatever you want to get rid of, you can just flip it off and it will be gone. So that's one thing. Now moving on, we're gonna go into the developer options to reduce the animation speed, and as you can also see, the animations right now are basically instant. There is, well, no animation whatsoever apart from like a little window popping up. And to do it, you want to go first to all the way down to about phone, and then find build number and tap it 7 times. Now, as you can see, it already tells me that I have developer mode enabled. So you can go back and then you will see it right above here, about phone, developer options. So you want to go in here, then scroll down into right here, window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. All those 3 things will basically influence how quick the phone goes through the animations. And as you can see, the transition and animation duration and all that stuff is set to 0. The only window animation scale is set to 1, which is default. And basically the window animation scale is this little window, like when I tap it, how quick it opens. But for some reason, if I change it to 0, it doesn't really look that much different, honestly, at least not to me. But these, if I increase it, for instance, to 5 times, as you can see, it will be way slower now. So you can see now the animations are way longer. So you can change it to 0 or half speed, whatever you like. You can just choose whatever suits your desire here. So that's one fun setting here. Now moving on, we're gonna go into the live display, which is in settings and display and lights, which you can see right here. Oh wait, whoops, my bad. Display and lights. And from here, we'll go into live display, which is right here. And what it will do is basically a blue light filter, which you go in here. Normally it's set to off, so I would advise on setting it to automatic, but you can also choose day or night, whichever one you like. And then you have color temperature. And what it will do is just remove how much blue light is on the screen and add more of like yellowish / orange here, so you can see. And night mode is a little bit more intense than the day one. As you can see now, the day one is enabled. Not sure if there's going to be much of a difference if I turn it off. Just maybe a tiny one. But let's see, if I move this, you can see the screen going a little bit like more pale. So, and the reason why you would want to use this is, for instance, like when you're, as an example for a night, going to sleep and try to use your phone during, like, for instance, when you're in bed, it will help you fall asleep, because blue light overall from the display is a little bit more straining, so it will be a little bit more, well, it will be easier to fall asleep without it, let's put it this way. And you can see the night one is a little bit more harsh, and if I enable night, you can see the screen is kind of more orangish in a way. So but again, it helps you fall asleep when you're trying to use the phone at night. So like I said, I feel like automatic is probably the best one. Now moving on, we're gonna go into the Daydream, and still in the display settings, which I just left. You want to go down into Daydream, as you can see right here, and you can tap on these 3 little dots here, and you will have option when to daydream. So you can tap on it and choose when docked, when while charging, or either. So you can choose both of them this way, and then you get to choose what you want to do. So what will happen when you plug in your phone, for instance, at night to charge, it will look like this. So I have it set to clock, and it will basically make the dim little clock on the screen while it's plugged in charging. But you can also choose other things like news and weather, photo frame, photo table, or photos, which is basically the same thing as photo frame. And each one just has a little bit of a different thing. So if I choose news, we'll see if it shows anything. Guess it's not showing anything. Photos, I don't think it's gonna actually show any because there is no photos, but I can try. Nothing here. Maybe it will just show something. Let's see. Nope, no photos selected. So yeah, there's no photos for me to select. But if you would have this on, it will generally show you basically your photo library or whatever photos you have selected whenever your phone is, for instance, charging. So that's a nice thing. Now, moving on to the last thing, we're gonna go into lock screen shortcuts. And what we want to do is go into the lock screen and the main settings. Let's find that lock screen right here, and then see lock screen shortcuts right here. And what you can do now is just change, for instance, the icons that I have right here, which is for like voice recording and photos. To you can choose default or select an application. So I could, for instance, select driving mode or not. Let's choose something else, I guess. Music player. So I guess I would have to have a playlist. But as you can see, you can change it. I just can't really seem to find an app that would function without some kind of customization. But then, in basically the gist of it, you would have the lock screen, and you could, for instance, open your playlist from here by just flicking it up like this. And right now we're opening up camera because it didn't really change it to something else. But yeah, that's basically how it works. The same thing as apps right now, but you can customize what you can open with that shortcut. So with that being said, that will be everything I wanted to show. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.